Hello and welcome to Agri-History. This will be Season 7 of Agri-History, covering, drumroll please, field vegetables. In this episode, we'll cover carrots and onions. The common carrot is a subspecies of Daucus carota called sativus, who learned and discovered many things about carrot domestication. The origin of the domesticated carrot has been generally accepted to be Asia Minor or Central Asia. This is based on the appearance of carrots with minimal lateral branching tendencies in the roots. Based on current evidence, the domestication of carrots happened 1,000 years ago rather than the 3,000 years ago previously postulated. The earliest known carrots used by people were not actually orange in nature, despite orange carrots being the most common type today. The first known carrots were purple or yellow in coloration. There are several origins for where the original orange carrots came from. Dr. Villermon in 1859 concluded that orange carrots were bred directly in Europe from wild carrots. Dr. Small and Dr. Fellung of 1978 and 1927 respectively hypothesized that the orange carrot was of Mediterranean origin and was the result of hybridization between our cultivated carrot and a wild subspecies called Maximus. Dr. Banga in 1957 concluded that orange carrots were bred from yellow cultivated carrots. In 1983, Dr. Haywood concluded that orange carrots were hybrids between European breeds and wild specimens. All these hypotheses were based on taxonomic characteristics, not genetic analysis back in that time period. Based on our current data, we've discovered that the orange, purple, and yellow carrots have their origins in carotene accumulation based on different genes. Current genetic evidence suggests that hybridization was not involved in the creation of our orange carrots, but instead the result of two recessive genes called Y1 and Y2, both of which are found in yellow carrots, and as such it is more likely that orange carrots were bred from yellow carrots. Although the process of domestication happened to reduce the genetic diversity initially, due to the fact that carrots are primary crossbreeding species and is never propagated clonally, guaranteed that the carrot genome remained wide and diverse. Carrot breeders, like many other vegetable breeders, utilize an open pollinate system for making F1 hybrid vegetables. Please see the link below to obtain an understanding of how this process happens. That video is actually by one of my teachers, Steve Lowen, so I think you would enjoy it. When crossbreeding happens between cultivated and wild carrots, the result is often off-colored white carrots. Carrot has also become a weed in the New World, or as we call it now, North America. It is commonly known as Queen Anne's lace in this form. Based on current genetic information, this weed was introduced from Europe and spread from there. In the ancient civilizations of Asia Minor, Egypt, and Greece, carrot did not have much importance as a food crop, although it was extensively used as a medical herb. The previous mentions of carrots by other scholars turned out to be mistranslations of other vegetables. One word that was believed to be translated to mean carrot was cicer, but the vegetable cicer remains bitter even when being cooked, unlike the carrot, so cicer cannot mean carrot. The other mention in ancient Greece was pastinaca, but the vegetable referred to as pastinaca is a perennial, while carrots are biennial in nature. and as such, pastinaca cannot be a carrot. The first description of cultivated carrots we can find come from Arab countries after the spread of Islam. There's also documentary evidence that carrots came into China during the Yang Dynasty via importations from the east, possibly from Iran. During the 10th century, there was a written record of a group of people called the Nabateans, and within this group, there was a vegetable described that had all the character traits of carrots, including all the varieties found in medieval Europe. This indicates that carrots were domesticated in the Middle East. Onions do not produce stable plant ruminants in the archaeological data, and as such we need to look for other signs of domestication in this crop, such as written records, carvings, and paintings. This creates a very fragmentary record for onions, its origin and domestication. This vegetable was recorded over 4,000 years ago, with the earliest records being in Egypt, where onions appear as carvings on walls within the pyramids and tombs of that time. There is also some minor evidence, archaeologically speaking, of onions in Mesopotamia, indicating an even earlier date for that domestication. We likewise have recordings of onions within different writings, within the ancient Indian, Roman, and Greek civilizations. These documents list the medicinal properties and common cultivation techniques used by farmers of onion. This species is also one of the first crops ever sent to the New World by Columbus. Unfortunately, our knowledge is even more limited due to the wild ancestors of onion being extinct. This would conclude our video on onions and carrots. Stay tuned for the next episode when we talk about melons and watermelon. See you then.